This is the tale of a family. It tells of tradition and of the unstoppable force of nature. This is the story of Grupo Ricardo Fuentes. It's a story that began some 70 years ago, here on the shores of the Mediterranean. A story born from the impulse of an entrepreneur who made of the sea both a way of life and a future. Hard work, solid effort, and plenty of determination when faced with new challenges is all the legacy Ricardo Fuentes bequeathed to his children when they took charge of the company in the 1980s. A truly extraordinary legacy that has seen the company go from strength to strength and become a major family holding, present in over 30 countries, and a world leader in Atlantic bluefin tuna fishing, feeding and rearing techniques, and sales. A major family holding that continues to flourish, spurred on by a new generation and by a spirit of corporate social responsibility that is set on understanding and preserving both the future of bluefin tuna and of those who live off it, making of the sea a way of life. It all begins here in the heart of the Western Mediterranean, where our three purse signers first seek out and track the great schools of tuna before, in strict accordance with ecological and health guidelines, proceeding to round them up, always within total allowable catch levels. Once rounded up, the tuna is herded along to one of the group's 4 fattening or on-growing farms, where in addition to various aquacultural processes, we also develop innovative programs that allow us to better understand and care for our business. However, that's not all we do. We also deal in more traditional bluefin tuna capture techniques. Our network of Almadraba fish traps allows us to supply markets with a style of product indicative of the natural umami that Spanish coasts yield. Grupo Ricardo Fuentes' leadership is defined not only by our capacity to fish and capture bluefin tuna. In covering many of the auxiliary branches within this sector, we're able to provide full product support at many different levels. Our tuna refrigeration business unit enables us to optimally store bait and have it available on demand, while ensuring that we lose none of the properties that make herring, mackerel, and sardines our tuna feed of choice as we strive to rear succulent and prime quality tuna. During seining, an auxiliary fleet is dispatched to lend logistical support on all fronts, from operators' catering and shuttle needs to R&D and on-site technical monitoring and maintenance work. Grupo Ricardo Fuentes has its own fleet of ULT freezer ships, with their daily storage capacity of 70 tons of bluefin. At temperatures as low as -60 degrees Celsius, these veritable floating processing plants serve to cover a line of business in high demand throughout Asia. However, it's not just at sea. Our group also has its own land fleet. This grants us the logistical potential to transport bait and tuna to the various processing plants and allows us to single-handedly complete the entire commercial production cycle of our company's prime quality bluefin tuna. Because our objective is that our brand is carried only by the most select product. Ours is a brand recognized both by the world of haute cuisine and by all the most demanding international markets. Japan, for instance, where we have for over 30 years now successfully built up a most enviable reputation. Our success lies in the tuna that we farm. Each specimen a wild adult bluefin captured using sustainable fishing techniques, branched, fed and slaughtered on demand in accordance with Japanese ikejime techniques. Finally, each specimen is individually tagged to ensure full product traceability from the sea to the table. But it's not just our bluefin tuna that makes us who we are. Our brand of salt-cured fish, in addition to being the group's foundation stone, has in its own right become a commercial reference in the world of cured and smoked fish, as well as yellowfin tuna loin cuts, with production quotas in excess of 1,500 tons per annum. 3 more business units comprise our group. RFEH Comercializadora, whose main business concern involves big-eye tuna and swordfish fishing. Frigoríficos de Túnidos, our tuna refrigeration business unit that deals in wholesale deep frozen fish, and RFEH Cádiz, whose principal activity is the sale of both fresh and deep frozen fish products throughout southwestern Spain. Beyond that which is strictly its commercial activity, Grupo Ricardo Fuentes also strives to stand out for its firm commitment towards achieving realistic, sustainable development levels both on land and at sea. Our corporate social responsibility program comprises numerous projects whose main purpose it is to achieve a better understanding of these species in our bid to protect them. In conjunction with various organizations, such as the Spanish Oceanographic Institute, we have developed a series of projects that range from creating a genomic library and completing reproductive cycles in captivity to identifying and studying migratory routes, among others. In our quest for complete innovation, our research programs reach the very end of the food chain. In conjunction with two-star Michelin chef Pablo González, we have created a gastronomic laboratory where haute cuisine and world-class expertise in all matters bluefin meld into one. All that our innovation efforts aim to reflect are this great family holding group's philosophy and our purpose in committing wholeheartedly to our land and our oceans, a purpose which is none other than to be able to offer coming generations a better and more sustainable future.